They don't like me. My new neighbors, they don't like me. And I mean, I sent him a letter. I sent him a really nice card. When I see him outside, I wave to them. I've gone over and tried to make conversation with them, and they don't like me. So one of my friends saw them one day and just asked them, why don't you like Father? Because he's a priest. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm a priest, but come on, cut me some slack. Come and get and know me a bit or something. And I'm thinking, what can I do to help them to come to know me for who I am? I mean, they see me, they watch me mow my lawn. And then they watch me go over and mow my neighbor's lawn. She's an elderly woman, and she really can't do it anymore. And since her lawn just attaches to the neighbors next to her lawn, I mow their lawn too. They're not that big. As long as I got the mower out, I might as well mow. I mean, can't they see? I'm just filled with love. I love people. I love my neighbors. I mean, just wait for the first big snowstorm when I bring out my snowblower. I bet you they're going to love me then, because I've got the heavy-duty one, the one that actually cuts through the ice berms that they plow to the end of your driveway when you're all done shoveling. It hurts. They don't love me just because I'm a priest. And the reality is, do you know there are people out there who don't love us because we're Christians? We're Christians. Youth between the ages of 16 to 29 were asked the question, what is your knee-jerk reaction when you hear the word Christian? I get defensive, but I'm not really sure why. I think of people being judgmental and holier than thou, exclusive and cliquey, too involved in politics, out of touch with reality, hypocrites, confusing, old-fashioned, not accepting of other faiths, boring, insensitive to others. That's their opinion of us. Where did they get that opinion? Maybe it's something like in today's gospel with the followers of Jesus in Mark chapter 10, verse 46 to 47. Bartimaeus, a blind man, a son of Timaeus, sat by the roadside begging. On hearing that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Jesus, Son of David, have pity on me. And they rebuked him. These are the followers of Jesus. There's a man on the side of the road in need, and they rebuked him, telling him to be silent. And these are the followers of Jesus. Some of the things that should be said about them is insensitive to others, exclusive and cliquey, hypocrites. We need to fix this. We really need to fix this. So this isn't what they think about Christians. We're not trying to keep people from Christ. We're trying to call people to the Lord. That's what Jesus asked us to do. To not keep people away, to not ask them to be silent, to not rebuke them, to call them to him. As he said in the Gospel of Mark chapter 10, verse 48 to 49, Bartimaeus kept calling out all the more, Son of David, have pity on me. Jesus stopped and said, call him. So they called the blind man, saying to him, take courage, get up. Jesus is calling you. Call him is the command that Jesus is making to all of us, to call people to him. And what's the best way for us to do that? Because, every time I mention the word evangelization, people want to crawl under their chairs. Not me. I'm not. Wait a minute. You know what the best form of evangelization is? Your love of one another. What they should be saying about is, that's the church where people love each other. That's the church where people love each other. That's the church where people love. Where people love. As Rick Warren said in his book, The Purpose-Driven Life, God wants us to love each other. so that the world will see our love and will want to become part of God's family too. They're going to see our love and want to be part of God's family too, because we have a lot to offer here. Call them and introduce them to Jesus Christ and the healing He can provide. Call them and introduce them to Jesus Christ so that He can help them to see. Call them to see the great love that the Lord offers to those who are in need. Bring them here. And the best way we could do that is by our love. I mean, I love what Fiona and Lauren did when they put together all by themselves that special fundraiser for the giving plate to help our neighbors in their ministry to those in need. And what I love is their love became known in the community. We have hanging on our bulletin board a newspaper article with their pictures, sharing their love with the world, so that people will say, that's the church where they love. That's the church where they love. We want to be known as the church that's formed in God's family. Why are we here? Fellowship. We need to gather together in fellowship, just like we did Friday night with our dogs and ditties. Was that a wonderful time or not? I mean, I'm looking out there and I'm seeing some of our performers from Friday night. But what I love is how we ended the whole celebration with us all standing and singing, "We are family." We're family. This fellowship of love. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. So that they will see that love. I mean, I cannot thank enough the fellowship committee for the great job they did in putting together Friday night's Dogs and Ditties celebration. I can't thank the fellowship committee enough for helping us to love each other so that this love will so overflow us. It will call others to share in that love, so that they will want to be part of God's family too. Let us strive to be known as, that's the church where they love. That's the church where they love.